saving my life.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we got Kim and we got Chris, and we're going back to the Ozark with season 4, episode 6. We're trying to wrap this thing up. And episode 7 will be next Saturday due to staffing issues. So we will do that next Saturday. But we got episode 6. What's the big thing? Let's start with Darlene. If you're watching it from episode to episode, like I am,
pop.
You thought Darlene, I thought Darlene was dead as fuck when fucking Wendy was like, well, she's like, I don't got my popcorn, but that's okay. I can sit here and figure this shit out. I was like,
yeah,
what is that?
I would have been eating popcorn. Like, oh, bitch, are you dead yet? Hurry up.
You know what? No shit.
Put a pillow over your face.
But like, I actually wanted her to be like, I'll be right back. She goes inside, gets a bag, comes back, and be like, oh, you still here? Oh, all right. Oh, we'll see. Why did she call the ambulance for? Why did she save her life?
I think it's because Wendy has, for some reason, she's got a conscience. Not about everything, but for some reason, she's got a conscience. And it would have been so obvious that she didn't call if the woman is in the front yard. It would have been too obvious.
All right. Chris,
I think part of it had to do with because of she feels super guilty with what all happened with her brother, and so this is her way of repentance of calling the ambulance in a way. As we saw from the episode, she's trying to make herself forget the fact that she killed her brother by making it seem like, oh, there's a possible site. My brother's probably like they're saying this, and then Marty be like, bitch, that ain't him. Like it's like
you know where he at.
So
I was like, you know where he at. It's like it's just
it was
yeah,
like
but it was just like that's just it's something going on with her mental that's trying to keep her sane about the whole thing. So I get it, but you can't undo the past. You can't do it.
So I agree with that part too, but also from an outsider law enforcement point of view, it looks weird that said sibling is making no effort to find said missing brother unless she knows where brother is at. Like she needs to be calling the cops. She needs to be like me and being like, oh my God, let me go see this body. But she's like, nah, fuck it. I'm pretty sure that's not him. like suspicious. Yeah. But with Darlene, but even after she called, and maybe to Jonah, maybe she's like, I can't have Jonah knowing I killed his uncle, knowing I helped get rid of the sheriff, have a woman die who he works for, fucking die at our house and be like, I'm still a good parent. I'm still a good person. So maybe she was like, I got to redeem myself through Jonah to an extent. But then she goes to the hospital still shitting on this woman. Like, so you fragile, aren't you? Like you talking shit for someone who just had a heart attack. I was like, damn, girl. I was
Darlene looked terrible. She looked worse than normal.
Yeah. It looked bad. I was worried for her until Frank Sr. showed up and Darlene put that motherfucker down with no hesitation.
Oh, nice. Senior, yeah, yep. Yo, her and that shotgun, man. she loved using that damn thing. That shotgun, I am sure when part 1 came out of Ozark, like whatever type of Remington or whatever that shotgun brand was, I bet that thing skyrocketed. It was like, like that thing probably.
I need that shit.
I need that shit. Like that, like no recoil. Like even when she shoot it, she's like, casually,
and she's still standing. Away. He's still standing. Like she's like
doing whatever she was doing. Like I think she was like folding or something. I don't know.
She went back to the kitchen. Like she was like, and she's like, Wyatt, come clean this shit up. Wyatt shit on himself. Wyatt's like, God, she's like, who am I fucking? Like this girl crazy. Like I gotta make better life choices.
He should have used Ben Verified, man. He should have used Ben Verified. I mean,
unfortunately, he knew who this woman was. He's known her since he was a child.
So, here it goes. Go ahead.
I did not know that. I think he knew of her.
Darlene has been in his life since he was a child. Like Darlene knows his dad, the mother. She knows all of them.
Past those, yes. So, and I thought he was gonna be sleeping on Ruth again. I thought he was gonna be like, "Hey, Ruth, I need to go up here and get my head right because my girlfriend just murdered somebody else." Then I knew he wasn't talking to Darlene when he was working on his "It's not you, it's not me" speech. I was like, "There's no way he's talking to Darlene right now."
I knew that. Yeah,
that being a little nervous.
I was like, he can't be that stupid.
He would have been pissing on himself talking to Darlene like that,
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, he should have been like, you don't ask basic questions like, what happened to your husband? Just for real. Like, I need to know where he at right now. Like, how did he end up not being here? Like, I need to know. So I don't do that dumb shit.
And why is mine? I mean, the guy was old. So in his mind, it's like, her husband's old. He died.
I'm scared. I'm scared for this boy. But then he psyched himself up. He was like, I gotta let her go. She out here murdering people. But for the record, Frank threatened her, came to her house, where her family is at, talking shit and threatening her. Like she defended herself, like with and she was like, boom, I gotta,
So if that's the case, she should have called the cops. And we see she did not do that. And Wyatt buried him.
But Frank Sr. should be like, I don't step to Darlene unarmed by myself after she shot my son's dick off. Like, that's not what I do because that's stupid. Like, he put himself in that situation. I just feel like.
I don't think, yes, she did do that and he knows of that, but I don't think he fully knew who she was. Like, all he probably knew was like, yo, his son was talking all kinds of shit and whatnot, and then he had what was coming to him. So he didn't think. I'm pretty sure he walked in that house thinking like, yo, this bitch is gonna listen to everything I say because that's just like, what I mean. I'm gonna do something my son couldn't do, and instead of losing your penis, you lost your valve, to your heart. So yeah.
What do you think of Wyatt's so Wyatt comes home. So Wendy is she ain't fucking around. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's taking this woman apart piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm gonna take Jonah, I'm getting him arrested if necessary. I'm getting rid of Zeke. You know what I'm saying? And Darlene can't. I hope Darlene's not stupid enough not to think this is not all coincidence that Wendy said that she's gonna be fucking her up, and then now she's losing her child. And then Wyatt walks in. He's like, "Where's Zeke?" And she's like, "They're about to take Zeke." And he was like, "I love you, girl. Like, let me put a ring on you."
I know where to bring Zeke. There's a woman up in New York, and her name is Monet. Just bring Zeke to her. Zeke, he'll know what to do with Zeke. It's like we're gonna have to lie about the age a little bit, like
she'll be all right. Just say she can play. Yeah, say the little boy can play basketball.
He play basketball. Right. Yeah.
So, Chris, what'd you think of his impromptu proposal?
Oh man, I feel for Wyatt. So the thing is, if it was anybody else, I'd be like, "You dumb fuck!" Like, and even though this definitely wasn't a smart move, but I kind of understand the way Wyatt's thinking, especially seeing how he's been mentally abused for a long, long time. He's what do you call it? Like, not a trauma survivor. What do you call it?
Trauma survivor is fine.
Trauma survivor, yeah. From everything that happened from his father and uncle and whatnot. He just and just his introvert personality. This was probably like the only relationship he's ever been in. And I can see him. I wasn't too surprised that he did that. You know what I mean? Obviously, looking in, I'll be like, I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Same time, I can see how Wyatt does it, and that's a scary notion that the woman you just saw killed, you saw him do it twice now. I don't. I think what it was is he saw how vulnerable. This was one of the few times he saw how vulnerable she was with her crying, and he realized, holy shit, she's human, And yeah, I don't know. That's the only way I can really describe it. I mean, it's easy for it to be like, "Oh, you're a dumb fuck. Why'd you do that?" You know, that's you risking your life, which he is. You know what I mean? Doing that, you know. But I it's why like that for his character, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Does that make sense?
He's a caring soul. Like he wants to be there. Like I get it.
Yeah.
Kim, what do you think? What do you think of their relationship arc as we saw it in this episode?
It's gross to me. And when he kissed her and that passionate kiss, I was like, oh, I threw up in my mouth a couple of times.
Man, I was like, don't take it to the bedroom. Don't take it to the. I was like, please don't. Please,
I don't want to see that.
I was like, not again.
I was hoping it was stars so they would do it. So they would show it, baby.
Dude, he pushes everything off that table. He just takes it right there. I would have been like, oh shit. I was like, oh.
No, that was not for it.
Remember Angie and Ghost? Then he broke up with her later that episode.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
I want to see it all, wrinkles and all. Let's go.
Stop it.
You know,
the only one that should see wrinkles is someone who has wrinkles also. Yes,
equal wrinkles.
Yes.
So you want to see two old people getting it on? Is that what you just saying?
It would be better.
It would be better if it was her and her husband, like they showed that one time. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm coming. All right. Yeah. I'm seeing. This coming off of watching like crazy old P-Valley when they're showing all kinds of stuff and Uncle Clifford getting it on with all kinds of dudes and stuff. It's just like, bruh.
Wow.
Okay. Remember, is that?
Yeah. I was like, really?
That's consistent. They're consistent with the spit. I'm getting off track. I want to take it back when the nurse said, "I'm happy your son is here. I'm sure he can help you with it." Darlene was like, "I'm about to shoot you, bitch." I was like, "Oh, this might be number 3."
She was like, "Man, if I had my shotgun right here, right now."
I was like, "Oh, like she's about to murder you." He's like, "Oh no, that's my girly friend."
But that could be his grandmother. I'm like, that is your grandmother.
In real life, I think she's 79 years old. I looked it up. She's 79 years old in real life. Actually, she looks good. Well, with, I guess makeup, but she looks all right.
Chris.
Wait.
Chris, would you smash?
Come on, Chris.
Huh?
Would you smash
her? No, but maybe if Salma Hayek reach that age, when Salma Hayek gets age, yeah.
Okay, let's just be realistic. Okay, Salma Hayek is a completely different.
Yeah.
Ethnic group. She's a completely different beast.
They age better.
She is phenomenal looking. Okay, and I don't think there's gonna be a time where she's gonna look it's like Raquel Welch, like years ago. How beautiful she was.
I'm sorry, she's not 79. She's 70. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said 79.
Hell, okay.
Still
not a Salma Hayek. Oh no, Salma Hayek is gonna look like J-Lo when she's 79.
Yeah. I'll put you like this. So Angela Bassett is like in her 60s now, right? Oh, yeah. Angela? Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, we are getting off track. Okay, but let's.
She asks.
I said yes, but let's talk about Ruth. So Ruth's reaction to murder number 2. One, she's like, we need to get out the game. Like, okay, Ghost. She's like, we got enough money. She's like, let's just put it in the car and drive the fuck out. And he's like, no, I can't leave her. Like, he's still there.
Yeah, that was cute.
I love how she said that. Me, you, and 3. Let's go. Like, I thought she was miming at first. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. The cousin's name is 3. I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, so I thought that was cool. But then she went to fucking Tommy, like Frank Jr. and was like,
Tommy,
yo, daddy ain't coming back, and you do what you ever got to do to Darlene,
but let me do
and everything will be all right. Like she's already
good though.
She was like,
I love that scene. I thought that was a really good scene.
She was like, baby got to go, but you should do that.
Yeah,
because Wyatt would hate me if I did that.
Right.
So she's like, if I can get Dickless Man over here, then maybe it would be helpful. Like she took your penis and your daddy. But he could see this as an opportunity though. Not because remember he just got done telling his dad how like no one respects him and da. But now he could be like, nah, I'm big man at the truck stop. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, why else show it? I mean, why else show the scene of him being so upset that he's like, I'm 40 years old, man, and you got I was like the captain, like you got the cap, like you got captains telling me what to do. You know what I mean? Like this is ridiculous. And then what? Not more than 15, 20 minutes later, his pops get killed. Oh yeah. I was like, yeah,
Hey,
So he might, he's probably sorrowful, but he's probably like internally thinking like no one's holding me back now.
Yeah, it's all mine.
Yeah.
And then to wrap this murder up, you got Darlene sitting on the RV, the AV, while fucking Wyatt got bury another body out there.
Oh, the tractor. Was that the tractor?
Yeah.
Tractor? Yeah.
Whatever the heck it was, she was chilling on it.
Yeah,
and Wyatt, poor Wyatt was just digging a goddamn hole. I was like,
damn, bro. I'm like,
have we noticed that Wyatt is comfortable with this one? Remember the last one, he was like almost throwing up.
Yeah.
This one, it gets better after the first one, huh?
Yeah, and also you don't know how much shit he had to get himself right before they got to that moment, because he had to get that body out there, right? So he probably shitted on himself like earlier, and now he's like, look, I just gotta get this thing done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he just finished proposing,
You know what I'm saying? So he gotta look strong to his new woman. She should be like, where's the ring? Oh,
he says, oh, you need a ring, baby? Hold on, he takes a dead body, be like, here you go, baby. It's a little big, but we'll resize it,
That would be hilarious. But then, okay, so then we got Javier. So Javier sets a trap because he's like, someone's fucking with our shipments, and Maya's dumbass still is out there. I thought she's on maternity leave. Like, what? Who's taking care of her baby?
Her mother.
Grandma. What you
Damn,
talking
Big
about?
Mama. Why Big Mama gotta do everything? Like, why can't she have it? Damn it. Anyway.
Yeah. Why can't parents just take care of their own kids?
I was like, don't get me started. But anyway, she has to figure out that Javier is going to figure out that if she's always there at these heists, there's something snitching going on. There's something fishy. Why is she always taking us down if you got her on wraps, Marty? Like, this doesn't make sense, So so he did admit that. So Javier did admit that he was the one behind the explosion. Do we feel confident in that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
right.
I mean, remember she said the FBI agent said send it up to Chicago.
Oh, that's right. So, and I was like, he's not thinking something suspicious. That Marty's like, so that truck exploded.
If you think about it, Javi is not that smart. Javi is a hothead.
He is.
Yeah, and he loves that he thinks that he's the smartest guy in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's his downfall, because he really believes that he is. Like Omar knows this, and that's why Omar is setting him up. Yeah, I want you to be the leader now. You go ahead and do it. Why? Because the FBI is on Omar's ass, and he's working with the FBI, and so he's like, push Javi out there so that I don't get all the heat. Javi's probably going to get the most of the heat, right?
So if he officially is in charge of the cartel, when the FBI takes down the cartel, then he's the face that they can arrest.
Yep.
But then to your point of like, I liked how Marty should know that Javier likes to intimidate him, right? Mm-hmm. With stuff like I killed the sheriff, you now work for me, I can send you to fucking China, you know what I'm saying, if necessary. So him bragging that he's responsible for blowing up the truck is another thing to be like, I got the big balls in this room. And I got him over you, so watch it what you do to me. He even went to go see Jeff. Like, how the fuck did he know about Jeff? He got him shitting on himself with the dog. I mean, he was like,
oh yeah, when he said that to the dog, I was like, that dog's dead.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff is either Jeff's dog's gonna die first.
Damn.
And then Jeff may die second.
Yeah,
I'm sure that dog is dying.
Yeah, it ain't looking good if Jeff don't get on board.
Right.
He needs Jeff to get on board. So and this is exactly what Jeff told Wendy when she was like, he's like, I don't want to work. I don't want to be your lawyer because I don't work for the cartel. And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm gonna keep you safe.
Never ever listen to Wendy. Don't listen to her.
In the same episode, he was like, you work for me now.
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah.
It's
He's like, look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now, right? He did that shit. But also, Wendy's getting too big for her britches. I feel like she's taking this whole, I got the cartel drugs going to Shaw. Shaw's giving me the money. I got this foundation. She's really writing checks that her ass can't cash.
Yep.
And
her putting that flag on Jonah's laundering. Even I understand what Jeff told her. But at the same time, she is Jonah's mother. And the father, I mean, and Marty's the father. So are you thinking, correctly?
No.
If this boy gets busted, damn it, you're the parents. You're all gonna get busted.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna look into everyone. What is she doing?
Law enforcement is not going to keep on looking into the rest of the family?
Exactly. I'm like, they're just gonna stop at Jonah and not investigate the parents.
This 14-year-old.
Well, see, the thing is, though, I will say this though. Now, I mean, and this was so I rewatched this episode, and I was thinking the first time I watched it, I was thinking exactly like you, saying like I was really hating on Wendy, like dumbass, right? Like, are you serious? But then rewatching it, I realized, especially like kind of binging it again, I realized something as far as like they are not, this family, not really worried about themselves. Like they're paying off the cops. Like they know the cops. They're paying off the cops. They know how to hide shit well. They're very smart. Both the parents are very smart. That even if it does, like they do look at the parents and whatnot, they're very, very extremely. I mean, they're freaking talking to the FBI for God's sake. Like they don't think like nothing will come out of it. Like if something comes in there, they'll be like, oh, they're squeaky clean. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think she was. I don't think she was worried on that front. And even though I don't agree with her flagging him, I kind of understand why she did that, because she knows inevitably, because especially how messy Darlene and Ruth are, she knows that these two are going to get caught. And the message of them getting caught, and most likely through death, right? That Jonah is going to be caught in it. So he's like, well, shit, how do I get my son somewhat out of it? Well, the only way I can get out of it, because he's not listening to my ass, is to scare him half to death by having him go in lockup. But at the same time, that will also expose them, have them go to jail, but then also keep my son safe. You see what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? That's how I
think
when I rewatched it. That's how I looked at it.
No, that's how she's looking at it too. But I don't think, but that's not the big picture though.
Yeah.
It is not the big picture.
Yeah.
When you are a parent, everything your child does underage is on you. So they're gonna be like, where were you when your son was laundering this goddamn money?
Yeah.
Like how is it that this kid is able to do these things and you know nothing about it? Even though a parent could know. I mean, there's a lot of things kids do that their parents have no idea. But I'm just saying, it's still putting a spotlight on them. Even if they don't find anything, right, you don't want a spotlight on yourself because you are doing fucked up stuff.
But they kind of already have it with the FBI. Like, you see what I'm saying?
That's one agent. It's not like they have the entire like FBI or even local police on their side. They do not have local police on their side. So she really is banking and maybe overstating her influence that she has right now, that she can just kind of wipe all this stuff away if he actually gets locked up. But to Chris's point, the plan did work, because once Jonah said, "Oh shit, like I may be going to jail," he immediately was like, "Hey, daddy, could you come help me? Yes, I'll be there for dinner." You know what I'm saying? So her plan initially worked. If he didn't find out that it was the mom that shit on him in the first place, he would have been sitting up there having Sunday dinner, like trying to get back with his family. So, yeah. But Marty did step up though. Marty was like, like, this is bullshit. Like you trying to get our son arrested. What are you thinking, right?
Yeah.
But Marty is never on her side when she does all these crazy, because Marty sees the big picture. Marty always sees the big picture. And she does not. She's thinking, oh, this is my baby. I got to get my baby out of this. Marty is like, it's my baby too, but we got to be smart about it. Like, we can't just do things. And Wendy is just trying everything and see if it sticks to the wall. Marty is just more strategic than Wendy is.
And Wendy's trying to recruit I would say seduce, but like trying to get Charlotte to be like, here's some alcohol. What do you want to do with yourself?
Oh my God, I was so mad at her in that moment. Like, what the fuck are you doing with the alcohol? Like,
what the fuck are you? Like, she's not a grown, like she's a child, but she's trying to groom her to be like, we have this whole empire that she thinks she's building, and that Charlotte's going to be like part of it, and maybe the next. And Marty's like, that girl's going to college, like she didn't get her shit together. All right, like this. But I did like how when Marty was like, well, when we get back to Chicago, when we get out this shit, we're going back to our old life. She was like, motherfucker, our old life was a lie.
Yeah.
And he was like, Yeah,
Yeah, so you right. You're right.
You right.
I say, yeah, we borderline getting divorced. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
When they got
Like,
there,
yeah.
they were getting a divorce. Remember that?
Yeah, because she was fucking
Yeah,
around. She's like,
yeah, she was banging her boss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you want to go back to that? I mean, she should have been like, you want me to go back to that? Well, no, he fell off the roof. So let's
yeah, he fell. He fell off the roof. That's what we're going to say.
That's the official statement.
That's
that
the
he just
official.
jumped off.
That's what it said in his obituary, at least. Is that
he just jumped off the roof. That shit was that made the show for me. I was like, I gotta see where this is going. So the strip club is still around. When Marty was running down the Empire to Javier, he mentioned. I was like, damn, I forgot about that strip club. I remember.
They only showed the casino. They never really showed the strip club.
Yeah, I was like, and I mean, they mentioned the funeral home because that's where they burned the bodies, right? But like, I totally forgot that their first business was that strip club.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. And I don't know why they haven't gone by there. Maybe because of COVID. You know, it's probably not COVID friendly.
And maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe you know how some people are, especially after a while, they're like, should we show naked women again? You know what I mean? Like maybe after, you know how they were with Game of Thrones after, was it the third season? They're like, you know what? We showed a lot of titties. You know, let's lower that.
Khaleesi decided that she would not be naked on camera again at Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like after the husband died, when the husband died,
yeah.
She stopped. She, as an actress, she said she felt like that was too much, and she said she couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I understand.
I'm not saying they have to be showing the actual like girls. I'm saying, but just to be like, to acknowledge the business, to be like, hey, this is how we're running the money. Again, I just thought, again, I totally forgot that Marty was still sticking money in that tombstone shit. Like I forgot about that until I saw that last episode. I was like, you still doing that dumb shit? I was like, and but again, Ruth is reached her limit. Like she trying to go. So again, Navarro trying to leave the business really hurts Wendy's long-term foundation, because it's all based on the drug company getting the drugs. And if he leaves, they don't get the drugs, which means they're not going to be paying Wendy, which means foundation is going to be broke as fuck. Like they cannot leave. Like they can't leave the drug game and still keep their foundation flush with money. That's not how that shit works. I mean, because is she gonna talk to Javi and see if absolutely not. After Uncle snitches to the FBI and the whole organization don't get arrested, he's gonna figure out that Uncle went to the FBI and blame it on Marty and Wendy, if not murder them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I still feel like Javi's gonna kill Uncle. I really don't feel like Omar is gonna make it out of this season.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But that's the trump card, right? Like without him, like the FBI can just come in and arrest Marty and Wendy for the multiple felonies that they've committed.
Yes.
The only thing keeping them out of jail right now is the fact that they can deliver Omar. So like if that goes bad, they ain't got shit.
Well, they can deliver Javi. Let's switch it over to Javi.
They can testify, but that's only if they live long enough to do it.
But we know they live because they flipped in that damn van.
So to your point, to your point in that, the fact that Jonah left don't mean shit, because eventually he's in the van, right? So whatever happens, they're gonna go find him, and sister just let him leave. Like she wasn't like stop, hold up, like nothing. She was just like, hey mom, yeah. So Jonah left anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, damn girl, like you really don't give a fuck. But he be shitting on her, man. He's like, look, girl, you ain't nothing without this family. She's like, he's like, I'm moving on, trying to get my life together. Where's the detective?
You mean
what the fuck he doing?
They didn't show him this episode.
Yeah. I thought he
the guy who was like saying, hey, I just need a number, or I just need a signature. I just need a signature. Yeah, signature. Yeah, him. Yeah, that's right.
I just thought that by now, being a great former detective, he would have found Javier by now, like somehow got on his trail, so Javier can kill him if he's not gonna be
like someone to be in their crosshairs,
Yeah, like Jabari.
Another victim.
Yeah, like he like the Jabari Greg in this situation where he's like, oh shit, I think Javier could be the face of the drug organization, and Javier's like, no. Like you're not gonna get me arrested today, sir. because it's just that dad came back. Very interesting.
Yeah, John.
Yeah. So what you think of that? Like, is that going somewhere? Like, what's
I
going
think they're just showing what a horror. There's something that went down in that family. I mean, we already know that the brother was batshit crazy, but there was something that went on with Wendy too. I feel like the father was like maybe in like a cultish kind of church, and maybe some stuff happened to Wendy in that church. Some people may have done some things to her, and the father allowed it. And then also it could be something that happened to her brother within that church, and the father allowed it. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're trying to bring that part of Wendy's story to light. Because so I think her father's a piece of shit. But I love John. The actor.
The shit will be developed, right? Like there's a reason why he keeps on coming around. It ain't just because he's looking for his son. Like there's a reason why they're introducing him now at the end of the series. Be interesting. Chris, is there any non-spoiler things? I mean, that you can think about, you can speculate about the daddy, about why?
No, I think similar to what Kim said, I think it shows how I mean, I guess especially with the church and whatnot, it kind of shows how messed up like Ben and Wendy was. And essentially it also explains why Wendy is acting. So I guess I wouldn't even call it weird, because I would imagine I would probably, if I instantly regretted what I did to a loved one of mine, to play the denial card and having her do that whole ceremony thing with the kids or whatnot, and say, this represents Uncle Ben, and he blah 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 blah, and then with Jonah being Peter Parker, it's like, no, Aunt May, you killed Uncle Ben.
That's right.
Not me. Like, He's
gonna start sticking the walls and shit. He's like, I gotta go out there and fight crime.
Yeah, I know, right? But so I feel like that's pretty much. I don't think his Hit Gun's character is not necessarily like meant to be like a huge type of a thing, but just more fleshing out Wendy's character a little bit more. Like to that end, I hope they kind of do that with Marty too. I mean, we only got a few more episodes really to do it, but it would be kind of interesting to see a little bit of Marty. I guess because Wendy is the more emotional one, because Marty's always just has a stone cold face all the time and whatnot. I guess it makes sense to have that for Wendy rather than Marty. So, just like Ruth, because Ruth is always upset all the time. And we got to see why she's at times she's effed up because of the whole thing with her uncle and her pops who she murdered. Yeah. So it's like, so I get it, and then she had that moment when she talked to even Jonah about her mother, and which I thought was an amazing scene right there, what I mean? And it made Jonah kind of think. I think that scene, it made Jonah even think about, I think, his mother, what I mean? And it's like, so like maybe like hopefully they can repair something between the two, So
do you think Jonah clearly has strong feelings for Ruth? He's like, I don't want to work for anyone else. Like, whatever you need me to do, like, I'll be there for you. Is that because he has his own like feelings for Ruth, or is it because he knows that Uncle Ben loved Ruth? What do you think?
I think he sees Ruth as a confidant. So he's like, he looks at Ruth as like someone like who he fucks with, to put it mildly. You know what I mean? So,
and she loved his uncle, his favorite uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks at her like she's the most truthful one out of anyone that he knows. Everyone else is just lying to him, and she just lets it all out. She just tells you just how it is. She doesn't sugarcoat shit. And I think he likes that. And he also sees, like, even through her rough exterior, what I mean, that she, she's actually a sweetheart in a way, what I mean? And which is why she always said, hey, you can do whatever. He's like, you can stay here anytime you want and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So I think he just never had that dynamic. I think he probably wish he had that with Charlotte, with his sister, but he kind of has that with Ruth. Like, Ruth was being the big sis that I guess he wish he had. I don't know. That's how it comes off to me, at least. So,
Kim, you were saying?
Yeah, I feel like Charlotte drank the Kool-Aid. And so he's like, the only one I can trust And you know, teenagers always want someone they can trust, right? Because parents, they don't trust them. No matter what you say to your child, they don't trust you. But if it's an outside person who's showing him attention, who's believing in him, and also she loved the same person that he's loved all his life, that is their bond, right? So that's where his respect for Ruth is, and that's where his compassion for her is. And she's always honest with him. She tells him everything. And that's important to him at this moment in his life. That's what he needs and that's what he wants. So I don't think he romantically likes her at all. I don't think that that's what it is. I think it's just that this she sees me as an equal. She's willing to let me know what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he respects her for that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and she's the only one that's treating him like an adult, which
like
is
an adult, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
like
And that's what he needs at the moment, because he's between a kid and a child, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't see his parents. His parents are the enemy right now. Not so much Marty, more so Wendy.
Yeah.
James says, I wish we would see more of Nelson. He's quiet, but he's a cold-blooded killer, a psychopath. You should watch Sacrifice, because he was in Sacrifice, the actor. But you're right though. You don't see. I mean, he was bad. He was the big bad, if you will, in last season. So it's interesting that he's kind of held back in this season. Like Javier seems to be doing a lot of stuff himself if he has to do something. But Nelson kind of works for Omar, so like maybe that's what it is. And maybe Nelson takes out a Javier. I mean, if Javier has to go, I mean, it probably will be Nelson. So Omar talking to Wendy about the FBI, the fact that he had it on speaker and looked like the whole crew was like listening or something. I'm like, so is this now public knowledge? Like sort of Javier that he's trying to flip over to the FBI? That seemed kind of suspect, you know, that all of a sudden everybody knows that you're snitching on your own organization and that you're trying to leave it. Like I thought that was kind of weird.
Oh, you mean when they said that he was gonna be turned in within 12 hours?
Yeah. So he's sitting in the couch and like he was talking. I think he was talking to Wendy, and then like she like work it out. But like the priest was there, and the priest knows. But it looked like Nelson and all of them, like they were all in the room, and I'm like, why is he letting everybody hear what's going on? Like how is he not worried about any of them snitching to the bigger cartel members or whatever? And where's his sister at? Right? Because Javier is his nephew, and I don't remember seeing this. I don't remember seeing his mama, and what that connection is. Maybe she'll be off. Maybe she'll be.
Yeah, are they not? I mean, maybe. Oh shoot, that's right. He's already in Mexico. I was about to say maybe he's back in Mexico, but everyone except for Javier is in Mexico. So never mind.
Yeah, I was like,
he could. Elmo could have a brother too. That could be.
I know, right? Why do you just think just because someone's nephew that it got to be a single mother?
Said that. He said that when he introduced to Marty. He's like, "This is my sister's son."
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Even if that line wasn't in there, David, I think you would still been like, "Where the mama at?"
I was like, "Well, I feel like, hey, two parents, bro." Speaking of that, like, where's his wife and all them kids? Where them kids at? Like, they're and he hasn't even visited them. You know, because his kid's supposed to be in America, right? Like living a good life or whatever. Like that hasn't really been flushed out, so we're gonna see that. Anyway, we still got episode 7. Anything for this episode, Kim?
No, oh my God, I can't wait to watch the next one, because I gotta see what happens with Darlene and Wyatt. Ugh. And I want to see, and when Ruth finds out about Wyatt marrying Darlene, she's gonna hit the roof. She's gonna be putting cuss words together that don't even make sense, which is what I love about Ruth.
Yeah,
but that's gonna be crazy. And wait till Wendy and Marty find out.
Oh man,
especially Wendy.
Is Darlene gonna try to seek some type of revenge once she figures out that it was Wendy that got Zeke taken away from her, or trying to get Zeke taken away from her? Because that's one of those last straws right there. And it'd be interesting to see if how that comes about. And Chris is being quiet. So
wait a minute. So he's like Stacy, and he already watched it, right?
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, and I won't. Unfortunately, I think the timing of you guys reviewing it on next Saturday, if you guys are doing it too, I might not be around. So I'll just smile because it was a good finale. So yeah.
So in that case, we'll do Ozark first because we're just basically saying goodbye to Queens next weekend. So we can do that at 2. It's fine. So
Okay.
we'll do Ozark episode 7 at 1, and then Kim and Stacey and I will say goodbye to Queens at 2, and then the next week Snowfall comes back. So Snowfall will replace that show. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Another Brit taking our job. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a whole other thing, sir.
No, I like him though. I like.
We got Franklin. We got Franklin Saint and crew coming back. That's gonna be awesome. So
something else starts the week after that too. I forgot. I'm blanking out. Fuck. I'll remember as soon as you hit. As soon as you turn it off, I'm remembering.
Like, oh shit! Yeah. Because like it's a I was like anyway.
There's a couple things. Something else that starts at the end of February.
So by the end of the month, we should be saying goodbye to A House Divided. Should be done. Double Cross is not really that long, but that should be somewhere in March. So we say goodbye to that. And also, and like I said, we're gonna do Boba Fett / Mandalorian sometime.
And I guess the week after that, I guess if you try and do the Batman, I guess we'll do the Batman.
Oh yeah. We gotta do Batman. And we gotta do Peacemaker. I want to do Peacemaker because Peacemaker was fucking big.
Yeah, over Boba Fett too. Okay, all right. I want to do both, but all right, fine. Peacemaker it is.
I'm saying, we'll do both. We'll do both. We got to do that during the week though. I mean, because weekends is packed as we're seeing it. But anyway, guys. All right, so that's it. Thank you, James, for joining us. We appreciate you. And again, tomorrow, Power. Tom, we got Tommy, we got Kings of Napa, and we got Double Cross.
And the Super Bowl,
which is no. But that will be tomorrow too. Yes, we acknowledge it. And actually, that being said, it's interesting that they're going to have Stars is putting out Force tomorrow because I thought they'd be like, we're going to take a break, let Super Bowl be the Super Bowl, and then like
I think they figured because it's so funny. To your point, everybody, I'm seeing so many people on social media when they post about new episodes, they post it before that 9 o'clock.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because everyone watches on demand, so I think Stars realize this, so they're like. The majority, they're starting to see that people are watching it on demand. Because who doesn't now in I was about to say 2021, but now who does not? If you happen to have Stars, then you have on demand.
Right.
HBO said, "Fuck that."
Well,
HBO said, "You will wait."
No, HBO's the same way.
Oh. And now they do it now, like at 12 o'clock. It used to only drop on the app. Now it drops on demand and the app, so people can see it. So they don't care about a Super Bowl.
And I thought like, because some of the stuff too, they usually say like, oh, like it was a Netflix or Amazon. One of them, they're like, oh, it'll drop on midnight. Yeah, Pacific time. I'm like, shit, I gotta wait till 3 in the freaking morning. Like, damn it, like, and I'm like thinking like, so now every time I hear like, oh, but drop right at midnight, I'm like, bitch, Eastern Standard or Pacific Standard? Like mountain
time.
Like,
fuck it.
I know Mountain Time. She's like, hell yeah.
I was like, they cut it in the middle. But yeah, so anyway, but so by then, what we were doing, we'll see what's going on with Tommy's, and what shenanigans he's getting into. But yeah, that's it. And happy Valentine's Day tomorrow for all those who celebrate Valentine's Day. I will.
You early. You 2 days early.
Oh, that's right. Shit. No, that's right.
Oh, you about to go too early?
You better get it together.
You about to mess up.
No. I already started. I started by Valentine. We're actually going out to dinner tonight. I'm saying, but probably a lot of people are going to go out tomorrow because Monday is going to be crazy. So for y'all got jobs, I mean, you're going to be working on Monday. Monday night's going to be insane. You still can't get a reservation right now because it's the weekend. Like we got 1 to 4. But anyway, y'all have a good times. I'll see you two lovely selves tomorrow for Tommy Tom. And we'll see what's going on with that and his black brother. We'll see how that works out. So